My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with another review for Arrow Season 4. This is the 5th episode, titled Haunted, which, first off, I gotta say, I was so freaking excited for this episode, because we get to see John freaking Constantine. So, this episode, I was just looking forward to the most out of all the episodes I've seen already of Arrow. So, there was a lot of excitement for me. Even when I first heard about it, a little bit before Season 4 even started. But in this episode, kind of continuing off of last week's, Sarah has run off, and when they actually do, when Oliver actually finds out that she's alive, they figured that she is going after Thea because she is attacking people that look a lot like her. But as we heard a couple episodes ago, that the bloodlust will only go away if you kill the person that killed you, which that's not going to happen. So they eventually knock her out when they figure out her soul is gone. So Oliver asks a favor from an old friend of his that we actually see his first meeting in the flashbacks. So he met him in those 5 years. And that is John Constantine, exorcist, demonologist, and master of the dark arts. But he'd call himself more like a dabbler of it. But yeah, we see that he comes in and helps try to rescue Sarah's soul and return it, which it is successful. And that's pretty much the whole entire gist of the episode. At the end, Oliver does ask some advice on Damien Darhk, and it seems like John just says get out of town. So that must mean that he is not a person that you should be crossing. I mean, John Constantine is telling him to leave town. He must be a powerful guy. And John must have met him once just to give some advice like that. But, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this episode. But, like I said before, I was so excited for this episode because, I am a fan of John Constantine. He is like one of the top DC characters that are my favorites. On top ones right now, it's Aquaman and John Constantine. There are some others, but those two are like at the top of my list. And me being a person that watched the NBC series, I was pissed that of their treatment of the show. But hey, Constantine is part of the Arrowverse, so that's a good thing. And just Matt Ryan was the perfect casting for John. I would say he's probably one of those people that fit the character so perfectly. It's kind of hard to see if anyone else could play the character as well. I just really couldn't see it because it's so dedicated to the comics with his casting. And just like I said before, I was just so freaking excited for this episode. I'm actually glad that it was the first half, because if it was the second half, I'd be like, when is he gonna come? Because, like I said before, I was just so excited to see this episode. And they do kind of hint at the possibility of Oliver and John meeting again, because Oliver says if he needs help, that to just call him. So we could possibly see Oliver helping John Constantine in the future. And hope maybe not for this season, but a future episode. So that'd be nice to see. Very nice. And hopefully maybe some way down the line we could see Constantine coming back as a TV show. I really do hope that happens. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Overall, loved this episode. Probably the episode I love the most from this season. But I definitely do want to see what happens next, because we do get some hints at the very end of this episode. So I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen next. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, as well as, your thoughts on Constantine, and if you notice any Easter eggs, which I can only think of one. With his little entrance in the episode, they played a little bit of the Constantine theme, which I just got got a nerdgasm for that. But if you noticed any other Easter eggs, let me know down in the comments below, and you can check out my other reviews for Arrow, past episodes of Arrow, The Flash, Gotham. You can even check out my review for the whole entire season of Constantine, which I do have a playlist up, so just go to my playlist and you can check out my reviews so you can see my thoughts on the whole entire series in general. And as always, my name is Jimmy, and until next time, bye.